Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Irwin. This is their part number T8D. This is a replacement set of jaws for a vise. And let's take a look at them. It's not we sell a lot more replacement jaws than vices, and I was about to say it's not uncommon to sell these. You use your vise enough, depending on what you're putting in there and how you're putting it in, you can wear out your jaws. I will very often use a couple of pieces of wood between the jaw and what I'm trying to get in the vise. Piece of wood, then what I'm putting in there, touching only wood. Let's say, for instance, I need to work on a piece of brass, like a machined piece of brass hardware that has threads on it. I certainly don't want to just put those brass threads up against this jaw. I'll put some wood there, and I'll be able to turn that vise in such a way that I won't damage anything. And conversely, I don't want to put a bolt inside of here, threads, tighten that down so that I can cut the bolt down. You know, that bolt could be grade 9 and therefore harder than this, although I would imagine that'd be pretty tough to cut. So let's start off with some dimensional properties of this item, and then we'll talk about specifically what it's used for. So the overall length of the vise, vise jaw, about 8 inch. Overall width, about 1 inch. Overall thickness, about 7/16, I would say. Center to center of the bolt holes, which is an extremely common question that I get. What's the mounting center to center? And that's really where this video got started. Clients asking for some data. About maybe 5 1/16. Let me put that down. No, I'd say closer to 4 and... I was going to try to be as accurate as possible with a tape measure. I'd say 4 31/32 would be my most accurate answer. Now this will include machine bolts to hold it onto the vise. Client has asked me what the thread type is. I'm quite sure that all of this is metric. So I have a Irwin, actually, coincidentally, a 26377, my Imperial or SAE and metric tap and die set. And because it's metric, I'm going to use a metric die. And I'm just going to pick, this is 9mm with a pitch of 1.0 millimeter. And I try to put that screw in there. It starts to thread in a little bit. And it stops. So I'm going to stop. I'm not going to go any further with that. The diameter seemed okay, but let me go to 8mm. That starts to thread, but then stops really quickly. That was a 1 3/4 thread pitch. This is an 8mm with a 1mm pitch. Yeah, that even goes even. That doesn't go even as far. So let me go the other way. This is a 9mm with a 1.75. Oh, 1.25, I think, is that thread pitch that's on there. Yeah, 1.25 is that thread pitch. So let's take a look if that goes in. Yeah, seems like it wants to thread in. Yeah, I can get that to turn in there. That goes pretty well. When I've got that fully in the die, it doesn't have any lateral play on it. So I would say that it's 9mm with a 1 1/4 thread pitch, if that's what that means. Now, I'm not telling you exactly that that's what it is, but that screw seems to fit pretty nicely in that die that I've described. And the reason I'm qualifying it is because I don't know, I don't have the technical data from the factory on that. So let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at the supporting information on where this T8D replacement jaw set is indeed used. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, here is the item that we are indeed looking at. This is the manufacturer's listing that we have on the site. You can see the title of it highlighted there. T8D replacement jaw set. Pair jaw plates, 8-inch and screws for 8 ZR Mechanics Vise. Okay, so let's talk about what that is. And before we get into the description, let's take a look at the images that we have uploaded for this. There it is in its wax paper. This isn't wax paper, and I don't know what this is called, but it certainly has some sort of an oil or petroleum coating or film to it, obviously to deter rusting. Let's also look at the rest of the images that we have. There are the jaw plates. The back side and the front side. Oh, you know, the dimension I didn't give is you can see that those holes are not centered on the height of the plate. Allow me to just take that out and measure it and give it to you right now, if you would. So from the short side on the back, the short side, center line down to here. Let's say that that is I would say 9/32 of an inch. Yeah. Well, actually, no, that's not. That is definitely not right. Sorry. Probably 13/32 of an inch. 13/32 is what I would say. Center line down to the short side. I don't have an 8 number. I don't have that size vise here, so I don't know which is the upside or what part of that goes towards the top. But that would be fairly obvious when you installed these jaw plates. Okay, so let's look at the rest of the images. Just showing you a bit of a close-up. The exterior half, the backside. Showing you the knurling that's there. If that's the proper term, cross-hatching, but knurling perhaps. And then your machine bolts. Now, extended description information. This is going to be used with the 8ZR. Product brochure, let's take a look at that. This is the entire Vise section of their full-line catalog. It's extremely outdated at this point. It's probably 10 years old. 8ZR is the Vise that it comes out of. Right on page 2, there's a cross chart of everything. This is a Mechanics Vise, so it's an 8ZR down in this column. Searching the rest of the document by 8ZR, I can find that the replacement jaw plates are T8D. And then the main screw is also here as well. That's a T8C. The point of showing you the catalog is this is where you'll find all information that's currently available and published from the manufacturer, albeit outdated. Let's see. Also, yeah, that's all there is to it. There's a link below this video as seen here to the manufacturer's page, and when you click on that, you can pull up not only all of the Irwin products we sell by means of this horizontal navigation as seen here, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as that full product catalog that I had mentioned. And it's going on 10 years old. Some of it's discontinued. Most of it's still active products. It's obviously missing product development from the last decade. Unfortunately, there is nothing printed that's available. But nonetheless, because these certain tools change very little, if ever, this document will be of some value at some point. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. Now, in conclusion, if you have any questions on the T8D replacement jaw set, which admittedly we don't sell very often because it's a very large vise, but we do generally keep them in stock. Any questions on this or any other Irwin product, please feel free to reach out to us. I'm partial to Irwin, not only because I'm a distributor of their product line, but because I use the products myself personally, and I can attest to the high performance of much of it. Any questions on this or any other Irwin product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you very much. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.